Fork in the Road is underwritten in part by a land of 11,000 inland lakes and more than 19 million acres of forest. This summer, find out what pure feels like. Find yourself in pure Michigan at michigan.org. The Michigan State Horticultural Society, dedicated to educating consumers on the benefits of the state's fruit products. The Michigan State University College of Agriculture and Natural Resources, advancing knowledge and transforming lives in communities, agriculture, and natural resources. Absolute Michigan. Explore the Great Lakes State online. All Michigan, all the time.
Here in Detroit, it's all about the Coney Islands, and I got Jerry here to tell us all about it. Jerry, give me a little bit of history on the Detroit Coney.
This is where it started, the original Coney Island right here.
The original, but now when you say that, what year are we talking about?
It's started 1917.
And you've been here since the start?
No, I wasn't here. No,
how can that be?
No, how could that be? That's right.
I know my grandfather started it 90 years ago. He came over from Greece, got to New York. When he got to New York, one of the first things he saw was like the fair, the carnival, Coney Island. He was in New York, came over to Detroit, was shining shoes, cleaning hats, made a little money, and then opened up the American Coney Island. Coney Island came from New York because he remembered that was the first thing he saw. And since he was in America, they saw America and made that American Coney Island. And here we are, since 1917.
So, was it his idea to make chili and slap it on a wiener?
It was his idea. The chili recipe is our secret recipe. It's a secret Greek chili recipe that he invented. He invented just to make it saucier, tastier, give it some spice and some kick. And it was actually from a mistake is what I really think it was, like the loose burger.
So more like a sloppy Joe
More like
kind
a sloppy
of thing.
Joe type of thing.
Oh, is that right? And now what about the beans? I hear beans, I see beans, I don't see beans.
Beans are only for the bowl of chili.
Oh.
We add beans. On a regular Coney, you don't put beans on your chili.
Okay.
You want it plain. Has everything else, the beef, everything else in it. The beans we add only for the bowl of chili because people want the beans. They want a little different, a little more filling. They don't want the hot dog, so they can have the bowl of chili.
So the chili on your Coney Island is truly chili.
It's truly chili.
And you could just eat it in a bowl
Everybody
and put crackers.
does. Most people actually like it plain.
Yeah. So when you're thinking of Coney dogs, you're thinking of ballpark, you're thinking of fast food, you're thinking of just enjoying a great dog. But what do fancy Italian chefs have to do with it? I got Tom Murray here from Pronto Restaurant. Tom, we just caught you walking in, and you're having a Coney dog. Why aren't you eating some fancy Italian stuff?
Because it's the best. You know, I was downtown doing some work, and I decided that I was going to catch lunch and come on over to the Americana, where my dad took me when I was.
Is that right?
A long time ago.
So it's a family thing for you.
Absolutely. I've been going here since we were watching Lions games at Tiger Stadium when I was 10. So.
Is that right? Now, what is it that you think makes the perfect Coney dog, the perfect Detroit Coney dog?
Well, the perfect dog to me is a natural casing dog, grilled, so it has a crunch to the bite. And the fact that the chili is the right consistency, not too thick, not too smooth, and to top it off is fresh chopped onions. I don't want anything that's been pre-processed because I can taste it and I'll move it away.
2-in-1. The hot dog with cheese like onions.
Now, if you're going to order the wiener, how are you going to get it?
Chili mustard onions on it.
Chili mustard onions.
Ketchup wasn't allowed in this store.
And why is that?
15 years ago, it just didn't go. But we had to eventually put ketchup. It's like, and still people ask for ketchup and we don't look at them very nicely. It just doesn't go. You know, we got fries, so we had to get ketchup. What are you going to do?
So out of all the years, from 1917 to now, how much has that menu changed, or how much has the recipe changed?
It hasn't changed at all. Same hot dog, same chili, same kind of bun. Nothing's changed.
Isn't that
And
something?
we're the same family running it.
So there's no brain trust in the kitchen trying to develop the new Coney?
Can't change it, no.
Isn't
And we
that
don't even know where
something?
the recipe is locked up. My dad and one uncle know the actual recipe. None of us, nobody else knows.
How do you produce it then?
The chili company produces it. It's our own chili company.
Oh, so you have a separate chili company?
Yes, we have our own. It's our chili company.
And that chili company only sells
To what?
Wow, talk about antitrust. So,
Well, you know, like, you want everyone to have the same kind of chili you have.
and what's the future for the Coney Island?
Things are going well as long as the city of Detroit. As long as the city of Detroit, and I'm going to emphasize again, keeps moving with the times, we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll be the last ones to leave this place, literally.
Now, do you ever think about going into a mall,
No,
casino?
maybe. We're in the airport.
Oh, you are?
Yes,
Oh, is that right?
we're in the
All right.
airport.
So now,
We replaced Nathan's actually in the airport.
oh, Nathan's original Coney
Nathan's
Island?
original Coney Island
Now,
at Metro.
Is it true that Nathan's original doesn't have chili?
They don't.
So the Nathan's original Coney Island.
Has nothing to do with this Coney Island here. They don't know what a Coney Island is. I've got people from New York ordering Coney kits for me, and we're shipping it to them, okay?
To me, a Coney Island is spelled right here. Chili, mustard, and onions, right there.
You gotta
Two
love
on
that.
one light chili with a Coke, I'm ready to go.
We're here in Flint, Michigan. Since 1949, Angelo's has been making the Flint-style Coney, and I got Scott right behind me, and he's going to tell me all about it. Scott, thanks for inviting me back in your kitchen.
You're right.
Tell me a little bit, what is a Flint-style Coney?
A Flint-style Coney Island is a Coney that is moist, not dry, but yet not wet.
And how do you get there? I mean, what is it that you do to make that sauce that way?
Well, it's how you cook it, and then we drain the grease.
Oh, okay.
But once you drain it to a certain point so it's not too dry, but yet not too wet.
And what about the spices and things that you find inside? Now, I know you can't give away Angelo
give it away.
secrets.
No, we can't give it away.
But there's got to be something in there. For example, can you compare it flavor-wise to the Detroit-style Coney?
No, it's better.
It's better. Well, I got some guys in Detroit that might not think that way. And in terms of meat, is this a ground meat process or ground beef, or is there something else that?
Well, there's different products in it. There's beef heart, beef liver, ground beef. It's all a combination mix of what they, grind up, especially for our style Coney.
Oh, I see. So you have another company that's working with you on your style of Coney.
Yes.
But here's something I don't know if they heard. It's not just ground beef.
No, sir.
You said it's heart
Heart,
and liver.
liver.
Ah, see, now that's the key right there. And that's got to give an incredible flavor,
Yes.
doesn't it? And is that what we've got right here?
Exactly.
Holy moly, look at this. And it is a lot drier than what we saw in Detroit. Now, I grew up in Saginaw, so I grew up eating these guys.
Right.
And I think the heart and the liver part is really, really cool. Now, could you put one together for me?
Sure.
Could you show me the traditional style of the Flint Coney when it hits the plate?
Sure. Let me grab a plate.
Oops, sorry.
We keep our buns steamed so they're nice and soft.
And then, is it important that the Coney gets griddled like that? Do you ever use a steamed wiener?
What do you mean?
Well, could you ever boil the hot dog rather than grill
No,
it?
you take away the flavor from the hot dog if you boil it.
So the griddling is an integral part of the development of the Flint-style Coney dog.
Yes, sir.
Cool. And then you can see how dry this sauce is. And then, of course, you've got that great ballpark mustard and raw onions.
Not without the mustard and the onion.
Not without the mustard. Now, but why no beans?
No beans because the Coney sauce don't come with beans. When you put
There you
beans
go.
in it, when you put beans in it, you've made chili.
Ah,
That's the catch.
That's the catch right there. And now it's completely dry. A steamed bun, a griddled wiener, the traditional sauce, again made with beef heart, liver, and beef, and spices that nobody's going to tell me about, and raw onion and mustard. Do you ever put anything else on it? Do you ever put cheese on it?
Oh yes, we've done cheese, pickles, mayo, mushrooms, grilled onions. We try to accommodate the customer and what they ask for. Good.
This is completely different than Detroit. This has got, dare I say, a much more beefier flavor, I think, coming from that beef heart. And these are amazing. And this is the same recipe since 1949?
Yes, sir. It hasn't changed.
Look at that. A Flint Coney. Not wet, not quite dry, but Scott says right in between.